guys are lit.
It's the Midnight in the Bay podcast. I'm your host, Alex Woody. I'm back for a whole new episode. I know you guys were worried about me, but guess what? I had to take some time off because I came out to my family that I'm gay. Kidding. They already knew that. And I came out to my family that I'm an idiot. They already knew that too. Now, just been busy on the road. As you can see, I'm sitting on a couch that probably numerous nude people have made love. Open straight ones. No, I'm kidding. But I'm in a hotel, and you feel weird sitting on stuff. I'm always washing my hands because I don't know how clean this stuff is. Do the maids come in here and really scrub this down? Or did an orgy just happen here and the maids came in and vacuumed and changed the sheets and that's it? You know what I mean? I don't think they do that good of a cleaning job because they gotta clean so many rooms. If I was a maid and I had to clean, 30 rooms per floor, I would do a shit job. But that's why I'm not a maid. So, feeling pretty gross right now. Probably gonna burn my clothes. I'm a germaphobe. Didn't know if you guys knew that. You could tell by my Mr. Clean bald head. But yeah, I'm happy to be back doing this show for the 7 of you. I really do enjoy this. Honestly, if no one watched this, I would still do it. But I'm just sick of being busy. I should have really appreciated the time when I was younger doing drugs, laying on the couch, not doing anything. I really should have appreciated those times because now I'm off the drugs. I'm coaching kids, working, comedy, trying to be a father. It's a lot. But that's not an excuse, right? We come up with excuses. Being fat. That's tiring. You know what? People don't give fat people enough credit for walking around and doing stuff. It's tiring being fat. Skinny people, I can climb a mountain and then go work 8 hours and I'm fine. Okay, that's great for you, Bob. But us fat people, we can't go climb a mountain. Just doing a day is tiring. Especially where I'm at right now. I just did a show in Bakersfield, home of meth. Thought Fresno was home of meth. Jeez. I was driving around today and I was like, meth. I don't think I've seen one woman here that doesn't have any missing teeth. It was so hot today that I saw homeless people just on the street like this. I'm like, this is what the Bay Area needs, I think. Homeless people are walking around the Bay Area. I think we need some more heat. It's not getting hot enough in San Francisco. Just take them out. They wouldn't be bothering anyone, But I walked like 3 blocks today and it was so hot. I was sweating. I was like, cross-eyed. I was panting. And a homeless guy came up to me. He's like, what drugs are you on? I want some. I was like, fuck off. This is not drugs. This is being fat in the heat. Bakersfield, I fat people. I don't get how fat people live here. I really don't get it. It is miserable weather for fat people. I brought sweatshirts and jackets. Because when I put on a jacket and a sweatshirt, I'm not fat. I'm chubby. And that's the last thing I wanted to put on today. I was shocked I had jeans on. I came into the room today, my balls are itchy. My legs are itchy because it's so hot and the chafing. I know, TMI. But this is not chubby guy, fat guy. I saw a 400-pound guy. I'm like, I don't know how you're dead. He was probably like 40 years old. I'm like, salute to you. You should get extra money from the government for surviving. I honestly, as much as I just shit on the homeless people should be recognized for their bravery, for their integrity, for just being homeless, dealing with it, and enjoying it too. I was homeless for one day, and I called my mom. I was like, okay, I'll go to rehab. It was boring. It was not fun, and I had a car. I wasn't sitting on the street. I wasn't laying on the street. I wasn't shitting in the street. Shitting in my car, And people, I wasn't doing that, okay? I'm not that gross. Jesus Christ. It was believable. I know that. But when I was homeless, you can go into any fast food place and then ask you, did you buy food? Because there's a code for the bathroom. Now you walk into a place and you gotta pretend you bought food. Even me, I do it. Yeah, I just bought some. Can I get the code for the bathroom? The code thing for the bathroom's annoying. But anyways. Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. It's great because if you've ever used a bathroom in the past when there wasn't the codes for the door, it was scary. I remember walking in a bathroom in Oakland and going pee and thought I was going to die because I heard screaming from the stall next to me. That was the fastest pee I ever took. No shakes. I just let the rest of the pee leak in my pants. I didn't care. I didn't want to get stabbed. But yeah, I don't know how homeless people do it. I give them credit. Salutes to you folks. And salute to the fat people in Bakersfield. You guys, cream of the crop. I mean, just outstanding. You guys should get a medal. Fuck the Olympians. Fuck them. Oh, you jumped over something? Oh, great. You swim in a pool? Great. How about, I like to see an Olympian lay in the street on drugs for a couple years in Bakersfield. Let's see if you survive that. Then I'll give you a gold medal. That should actually be in the Olympics. This Olympic event takes a couple years. We'll tune back in later. But this person's going to lay in the heat on drugs with no blanket, poop in their underwear, and a crack whore bothering them. Have you ever seen a homeless guy with a girlfriend? They look miserable and they look annoying. I give those guys even more credit. Crazy. It blows me away that we credit actors and musicians, but we don't credit the real celebrities in the world, which is homeless and fat people in Bakersfield. So I just wanted to bring that attention. That's why this podcast is so important to the 7 people out there, because you guys are going to spread the word and be like, you know what? Alex had a good point. He had a great point. We need to talk about these people. And that's what we're doing. So I'm in Bakersfield. I go get barbecue because I love meat in my mouth. Told you I was gay earlier. And I walk in, I sit down, and the waitress is coughing. I'm like, great, I'm gonna die later, sickness. And I saw in her little pocket, she had a pack of cigarettes. Cool. She's got cancer. I'm not gonna get sick. This is awesome, I celebrated with the homeless people later. No. I don't have the balls to do that. Real men, they go party with whoever. I don't. I worry about diseases. Real men, they don't. Like real men back in the day, cowboys, they banged whoever, they hung out with whoever, they didn't use hand sanitizer everywhere they go. They didn't care. They also died at 30 years old. So maybe the hand sanitizer is important. But I did a great show tonight. The Well Comedy Club closed down out here due to neighbors being annoying whores. And so now they're in the small room in the historic Fox Theater in downtown Bakersfield. Really cool. Great crowd. The cool part is the Well Comedy Club is actually building a storefront down the street. I was told that part of it used to be a Peruvian restaurant, but they kicked them out. No, I'm kidding. Deport them. No, they bought the property, they're building, and I'm definitely gonna come back down here because tonight at the location they're at now, temporarily, killer crowd. And the comedians going before me, they're saying this and that. I'm like, you'd be executed if you said that in the Bay Area. What? You talking about slow people with that word? You talking about these people with that word? Wow. I'm feel like I'm home. I feel like I'm in the 90s again, you know? So it's just cool performing for crowds that aren't sensitive and tight. You know, I've done some shows, a lot of shows in the Bay Area where you make fun of yourself, you're like, you know, doing fat jokes and stuff, and I get people that go, oh, they like feel bad for you. I'm like, don't feel bad for me. I'm obviously joking about it. If I really cared, I wouldn't joke about it. You know, you call your mom a bitch in a bit. And I've had someone yell, your mom's not a bitch. I'm like, you don't know her. But she's not, but it's part of the joke. You know what I mean? So the crowds down here, I mean, they wanted you to say slurs. I'm like, I'm not going to talk about Asians that way, but it's just nice to have that freedom and not have to worry about even the little things like, you know, I can make fun of myself. I can say I got man tits and no one's going to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, I know a surgeon in Walnut Creek. You know, I don't have to hear that. So that was fun. It's awesome. So that's why you need to travel and do comedy. You can't just stay in the Bay Area or in other areas where there's sensitive audience members, because you're going to realize, oh my God, I've been doing that bit up here and it hasn't been working and people feel bad, and then I do it down here and it freaking kills. You know, I'm not a horrible comedian. I have a chance to be good, you know. So that was encouraging tonight. Super pumped about that. So tomorrow I drive to LA, gonna do a show down there, looking forward to it, pumped. And yeah, you know, I'm gonna try to blend in with the LA people. Gonna have that little dog with me, you know. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do during the day. I don't know if I'm a protest. I don't know if I'm gonna get pissed off at a immigrant for getting my white shoes dirty. I don't know what you do in LA, but we're gonna come up with something before nighttime. I am so idiotic. I have to look at my notes here. Oh, I went to a Mexican party the other day. They're cooking food, tortillas, rice and beans, meat. And, you know, I've been trying to do keto. Keyword trying. You know, for the most part, I do no carbs, but I haven't really been doing well. And that day, I go to this Mexican party, and you can't tell Mexicans, I'm on keto. They'll look at you weird, like you just said you jerk off elephants, you know what I mean? So I didn't even say I'm on keto. I'm like, give me the tortillas, give me the rice and beans, you know, give me the piano up my ass. So I went off, and you know what's funny is I've never had this before, but the lady who was cooking the tortillas, she smashed up in a ball this tortilla. And she goes, I ate this when I was poor. And I took a bite of it, hesitant. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is like a homeless guy would make this. It was the best thing I've ever had. And it just looks like this ball you'd find under the toilet. And, oh, Mexicans, Italians, they make the best food. And they're somehow related. They're both Latin countries. There's something to that. I recently walked by a homeless guy, and he goes, how you doing? I smiled, and he goes, hey, when you come back, I never told him I was coming back, I'll tell you about the 360 times I got my ass beat. And the first thought in my head was, I'm going to take the next street over when I walk back in my car. My buddy is clueless when it comes to what's happening in the world. He calls me up and goes, hey, why are people protesting ice? It makes drinks better. I just played along and I said, yeah, I think a lot of these people just have sensitive teeth. Did you guys see the new Karate Kid? They keep remaking these movies. My son wanted to go see it. So we go see Karate Kid. It's the same fucking movie. A kid gets beat up. He doesn't know if he can fight. He comes back and wins the whole fucking thing. And these movies make money. It's the same freaking plot. I had to drink some beers to get through this movie because I'm like, I just saw it from the beginning. I'm like, this is gonna be the same shit. It's an Asian kid and a black girlfriend. They just change it up a little bit. You know what I mean? It's in New York City now, not LA. And so I go get a beer. I go get another one. I'm like, okay, I can manage this movie. Problem is, you know this. You get a couple beers for a movie. Now you gotta pee. What is it being in the dark and having liquid in your system? You gotta pee more. So I get up and go pee, and I come back, and I go to sit down with my son, and I sit down and I turn and I just hear this voice go, "Daddy, is that you?" The 4-year-old. I'm like, oh my God, I sat in the wrong seat. And then the kid goes, "Are you my real daddy?" I looked at the mom, I was like, maybe, I hope so. Oh God. A burp has passed the fart now for a pleasing feeling at my age. Farts are scary because the older you get, the more that can happen with it. You know, I don't know if I mentioned this, but on my birthday a month or so ago, I woke up, farted in my favorite PJs. Hi, shit. Didn't know you were making a surprise visit on this episode. Didn't know you had a cameo. I had to throw in my favorite pants without the family knowing. I crumbled it in a ball, put it in a plastic bag, put it in another plastic bag, put a cinder block in it, threw it in a river, watched it go down. I'm hoping the cops don't find it and trace it back to me. Because I don't want my family to know I shit my pants. That's embarrassing. I met someone named Constantine. Like, you hunt vampires? Do you defeat evil? You know what kind of pressure that is on just a normal guy walking around who's not rich, who's not good looking, who doesn't drive a convertible? Your name is Constantine, and you drive a Corolla, and you got bad breath and pimples. I feel bad for you. It's like the same people named Jesus, Jesus. How dare you? How dare you put pressure on that? You know, if my parents named me Jesus, they would have took the name away in my teens because I was so bad. You know what I mean? They would have changed it to Lucifer. Chameleons, don't know if you know this, they don't change colors for camouflage, scientists just found out. They do it to attract mates. So if another chameleon's into black chameleons, this chameleon will change colors. Jeez. I wish I had this, humans had this, technique. You know, that would have helped in high school, for sure. Would help me make the basketball team. Researchers say that cats mimic their owners. Which makes sense, because I come home drunk a lot from comedy shows, and my cat's always throwing up in the hallway. He's always dizzy, and he's always shitting on the couch. Like, this cat's been watching me too much. Nocturnal. You know, they also say researchers say that dogs mimic their owners. Which now kind of makes sense, because every time I go to my gay friend's house, his dog's smelling my dick and ass. I mean, that's a gay dog right there. If you want to win a court case, if you're in a court case right now and you haven't got a lawyer, get an attractive one. I was thinking about this, and I went to court in the past, and I for sure thought I was done. And I was assigned a
what do you call those? Like a free attorney, state gave me an attorney. This lady made Victoria's Secret models want to kill themselves. She was so attractive. I had to put my hand over my mom's eyes, she was staring. And I got off scotch-free, and now I'm doing a podcast. So, if you're in financial trouble, and I don't know why these commercials don't tell you this, but what's funny is if you see lawyers in commercials, they're always somewhat decent looking. A good looking man, good looking woman. Look at Anne Fong. If in trouble, call Anne Fong. You want to do an Asian accent, they do it on purpose. Don't get mad at me. She's an attractive lady. A judge is not going to let someone go if the lawyer is hideous. If you're on the verge of going to jail and the lawyer walks in and he's got a wandering eye, skin tags on his face, he's sweating, he smells like shit, you're losing. I'm sorry, you're going to jail. You should just come to terms with it. It's not going to be good, okay? And I had a buddy that actually happened to him, traffic ticket, ended up going to jail for 5 years. That's how ugly the lawyer was. It's crazy. I don't know if I talked about this. I don't think I did. But I have AirPods. I lost the case. But you guys know that the new AirPod cases have a tracking device in it? So I was walking on a trail because I feel like I'm getting too attractive being fat. And I want to lose weight so I'm less attractive. So I'm on a trail, working out, burning calories. And I had the case with me, and I started running because an attractive woman was running past me, and I had to chase after her. Not to get her number or anything, but just to have that momentum. Because when someone attractive is working out by you, it pushes you to get to that level, right? That's what I tell my family. And so I dropped my AirPod case, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going back and forth. I can't find it. I'm sweating. I'm getting even more of a workout. I'm like, maybe I need to do this more often. And then I look at my phone and it says, tracking AirPod case. I'm like, what the fuck? So I see it go up the trail. I'm like, okay. And now it's so far up the trail. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get in my car. I'm not that in shape. I get in my car, and then it shows it at someone's house. So I drive the house. I have my buddy on the phone as a witness just in case any shit goes down. And I walk up to the door, and I go, on the Ring camera, I go, you have my AirPod case. You have my phone. Or my, AirPod phone, whatever. And the guy finally comes down, and he's like fixing his hair. I can hear his wife go, what's going on, Edward? And I go, you have my AirPod case. It shows that it's here. Look at it. And the guy's looking at me crazy, like, oh my God, a fat guy doesn't know he's on diabetes, he needs medicine. And so the guy goes, well, maybe it's on the trail behind the house. I don't have it. I was on the trail today. I'm like, yeah, sure, right. Your skin's brown and you smell Middle Eastern. I'm a trusty guy. I'm calling Trump. Kidding. I'm a Biden guy. I like the deadbeat. And so I go up on the trail, and it's not there. And then I look at my phone for the AirPod case, and now it's moved further down that trail. I'm like, it's a guy on a bike that picked it up. Now, noted, when I dropped the case, I went back a couple minutes later. So whoever picked it up immediately. No headphones in there. I got the headphones in. Who the fuck picks up a case with no headphones? So I go back to the location that it's telling me, it's a further down, park the car, and it's not there. And then 5 minutes later, the case is in another location. So I'm realizing now the tracking device is behind. I'm like, fuck. So I'm spending hours on this when I'm supposed to work. Spending hours trying to find this case. And I finally give up. It's one of those cold cases. I feel like a detective, the one that got away. And so I end up just throwing in the towel. I got to pick up my son from school. And I go pick up my son from school, and I'm still watching the tracking, and now it's been in a house for a couple hours. And I tell my son, hey, I need you to go up to this door and get my AirPod case. Say you lost it. And he's like, you're fucking insane. I wish my mom was home. And so I'm like, okay, well, just come with me in the car. So we drive over there. I go up to the door. No one's answering. I'm on the Ring camera. Hello, you got my AirPod case. And this is how dumb I am. No one comes to the door. I do the thing on the Ring camera. I get back in my car. I don't leave a fucking phone number. So these people just see some wacky, chubby, fat guy that looks like Tom Segura saying, hey, you have my AirPod case. I need it back. I know you have it. And then I just leave. No phone number, no way to get a contact to me. Waste of time. I would have made a bad detective. That's just my point. Horrible. The worst part is, I end up, when I left that house, I end up, okay, well, how much is a new AirPod case? $40. I spent like 5 hours trying to solve this case when I could have just been on with my day and bought a new one. Crazy. It blows me away how crazy people are. Did you guys obviously, because it's been a couple weeks, you saw that Trump and Elon Musk broke up their relationship. Elon doesn't like him anymore. Trump doesn't like Elon. And when that news broke that they don't like each other, they're backing away. Tesla drivers were like, whew, thank God. Because everyone was on high alert because everyone was carving swastikas and burning Teslas. I mean, people were putting these ugly bumper stickers on Teslas like, hey, I'm not with them. I'm not a Nazi. I love blacks. Swedish people suck. You know what I mean? And so I'm happy about that. But, I own a Corolla. And I just hope that Trump doesn't get in with the Japanese prime minister because I'm going to be on edge. Okay, don't light my Corolla on fire. Don't put feces on it. Don't have bum sex in my car, I recently went to Disneyland. Happiest place on earth, they say. Not when it's 99 degrees and you're waiting in line for an hour to go on a 13-second ride. The sacrifice we make for our kids. I went to Disneyland for my kid. Other than that, I would not go. I don't get these Disney adults that go without kids. I love Disneyland. They got the ears on. Mickey was my friend. No, you were molested and you don't know how to deal with it. No, I don't know. It's fucked up. I don't know, but I'm trying to understand those people. I don't. I'm not a therapist. But anyone that wants to go to Disneyland in the heat for fun in the summer, they're out of their mind. I was so miserable. And then my son goes, let's go on a water ride. And we're on the water ride, and it's bumping and water's splashing. I'm like, okay, that feels better. And then I start smelling. I'm like, this water smells contaminated. I just feel like it's COVID water bathing me. I'm shocked I haven't had a limb fall off, but I don't get how that's the happiest place on earth. Weirdest part is I saw a blind guy smiling, enjoying his time. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to start hunkering down and having a good time, because a blind guy who can't even see anything is having a blast, I realized recently I'm a teenage boy. I like video games, I don't know how to handle alcohol, and I'm dumber than crap. Have you seen these, and I'm going to end with this. Have you seen people on social media take pregnant photos? Some of them are alright, but some of them are like really intense. It's the pregnant chick, and she's hardly wearing anything. You can see her boobs, her nipples, and the guy's like holding the stomach, and he's like this and that. And then there's pictures of them kissing, and then there's pictures of like fruit covering the boobs, and I'm like, just make porn. Can you imagine being someone's parent and seeing that? What are you trying to prove? We get it. You're pregnant. Okay? If a woman asked me to do that, I'd be like, I'm out. This is, I mean, how much attention do you need? I mean, I get doing comedy and saying dumb jokes, but you really just hold me. I'm pregnant. I mean, a dude jizzed in you. What are you celebrating? You know what I mean? You haven't raised the kid. You haven't even had the kid yet. That's the hardest part. Being pregnant's easy. I'm bloated. I gotta eat too much food. I have diarrhea. I have to throw up. Try raising that kid in this world. I'm petrified. My kid's 12 and he's making YouTube videos that are getting more views than my comedy videos. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I should just quit comedy because this kid's dancing and posting videos about baseball drip and he's getting way more views than me. But I'm paranoid because the comments in his videos, I said, did you look at your comments, kid? And he's like, no. I'm like, thank God. I am erasing these. Some of the comments are rude. They're like, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're fat, you're slow, you're cross-eyed. I'm like, he's none of those things. This kid's 12 and you're talking shit. There's adults talking shit to kids, which is kind of funny. But, you know, I had to turn off the comments on his video because I'm like, dude, if you're going to post videos, you can't have the comments because kids nowadays, they're posting stuff and then they're reading the comments and they're going, oh, bridges at the top look nice to jump off and do free diving. And they're not doing it for the Olympics. They're doing it for the Hell Olympics, you know? So it's tough being a parent and you know, take the pregnant photos after you raise a good kid and he's married and he's giving back to society. That's just my opinion. This is just a dumb opinion podcast I have fun doing. I don't care who watches. I just hope people enjoy it. If not, fuck it. We all die soon. I love you guys. And thank you for watching. Hope you subscribe. Tell grandma. Tell whoever. Alright? Adios.